Saturday haul for you guys today, and I'm going to start off with a repurchase. If you watch my empties, you'll have seen empties of this product in there. I got the Strivectin Anti-Wrinkle Intensive Eye Concentrate Plus. So this guy right here, 1 fluid ounce squeeze tube. I have got just a tiny bit left in the tube that I have got in the bathroom in use, and I typically buy this at Costco because it comes in like the full size and then there's like a mini travel size, and it's also quite a bit cheaper, but Costco hasn't had it in the store, so I was like, what am I gonna do? And then it was just like so convenient because Ulta had it 50% off on sale. They were sold out on Ulta, but Target did the same thing. So I got it at Target 50% off, but I use this every single night. Currently, I started using it during the day too. It's a really hydrating eye cream. That's what I really like about it, because I ran out of my Saturday Skin Vitamin C Yuzu eye cream, which I absolutely love. So I need to like re-up that or something, but I have been using this morning and night, and I like to use the Niod eye serum underneath it. So I've been using this for quite a while, and I really like it, especially for those hydration properties. I also placed an order on the House of Seage website. They were running a really good sale, so I got the House of Seage number 004. This is a men's perfume. I bought it for my boyfriend because I got a sample set of the men's colognes and I gave it to him, and I got it with an order that I had placed, and he really liked this 004 fragrance. And I think this guy here was, I think it was like 60% off, so I got a really good deal on that guy. And then I also bought a backup of Wednesday, this guy right here, and I bought another I bought another backup of Sweet Atelier in Sweet Dream. So I've got 2 backups of this. You guys know I have really strong feelings for the House of Seage fragrances. So Wednesday, I just want to read some notes and show you guys the bottles of the ones that I have got in use. I love this fragrance. It's not like super sweet, like you guys know I really like a gourmand, but there's something that's, I don't know, like the word the word intoxicating comes to mind, but I really like it for the fall and the winter time. It's a really lovely fragrance. So the top notes are black pepper, Alemi resin, saffron. The heart notes are Turkish rose, rose centifolia, magnolia blossom, and the base notes are agarwood, vetiver, and patchouli. When you order, they often put like some sample cards and descriptive cards in your order, but this bottle is just stunning, and I love the fragrance too. So I think I got this guy at 50% off, and I believe it's still on sale as well. It's such a beautiful fragrance in such a beautiful, cool bottle. So that one is Wednesday. And then here is Sweet Atelier. You can see this is how much I've used of this. I only need 2 spritzes of the majority of the House of Seage fragrances, and I smell them all day long. And that holds true for this one right here as well. So I do like to use Sweet Dream with 1 spritz of cream chiffon every once in a while, and it does like sweeten it up a bit. It's one that I really love in the summertime. I actually did wear it yesterday, and I got quite a few compliments on it. I get compliments a lot when I wear the House of Seage fragrances. But this guy here says fruity floral fragrance, bright creamy sweet notes of orange sanguine, peach nectar toned down by woodsy notes of amber, Indonesian patchouli, and cedarwood. Atlas mixed with delicate florals of osmanthus and Indian jasmine is what it says on the card there. The cream chiffon is super sweet, so that's why I like to mix it. It's a little hard for me to wear cream chiffon by itself because it's very sweet, but I do like to mix it with this one. So I got a second backup of Sweet Dream because I just love the fragrance. It's wonderful. So that was my order from the House of Seage. I can often like look back there at my fragrances. They're on that mirrored desk back there, and just looking at all the bottles and knowing how good the fragrances smell, something that brings me joy. Guerlain also launched their, I believe, their spring collection. So I got the Meteorites Light Revealing Pearls of Powder. You guys know the Guerlain Meteorites is a product that I have been using for years and years. I kind of got scared there for a minute because I couldn't find them in stock for a while, and then they did show up in stock, and I ordered a new one, and the formulation had changed. I was a little nervous about the reformulation because, again, the Meteorites is a product that I've loved and used for such a long time, but they made it talc free. So these ones here have got 20 grams of product, or 0.7 ounces. When I first started wearing the meteorites, they came with 1.05 ounces of product, and then I think they went down to 0.8, and now we're down to 0.7. They're still quite pricey, but there's less product. Granted, they are talc free, so maybe that has something to do with it. So with this particular launch, they've got 4 shades, and I'm probably going to pick up the 01 Pearly White as well, which, if memory serves me correctly, Pearly White was a shade that was limited to, I think, Asia, and I had ordered one of those through, it was, I believe, a European website, because I wanted that white, like, pearl so much. And I actually haven't even opened and used it, but I believe that the Pearly White is a relaunch from years and years ago in terms of the shade. And so there are 4, from what I can see, shades available in this particular launch. So they came out with this really pretty tin. And again, I don't know if maybe these are going to be their like permanent new pearls or not, because Sephora has only got 1 shade in stock of the old pearls and like the older tin, and it looks like the newer formulation, so it's kind of confusing. So I'm like, well, maybe this is a relaunch again in this packaging, and maybe this is part of the permanent. I don't know, because it's like in their spring like launch promo. That's a long description. Anyway, the tin is very, very pretty. This particular one has got a bee in the lid, which is very cute. I often take these pearls because they are quite tight, and I have really soft brushes, and I shake the tin up to kind of get the powder a little bit more loose and easier to apply. So I use these after I put all my face makeup on. This is the last step that I do. I take a really fluffy powder brush. This is a Beautylish, I believe made by Chikuhodo. They're a Year of the Dragon brush, and I just buff them all over the skin. It just provides this really pretty finished look to the skin. This particular shade, it seems a little bit more yellow and has a little bit more of a sparkle to it compared to the Fierce Glow ones that came out, I think, for holiday. Now this is a repeat shade. This is a shade that I've used since they have done their reformulation, and the one prior to in Too Clair Light. So the pearls inside are the same shade, but the tin is limited edition in this one. So if I were to compare these two, you've got 02 Cool Rosé is this one, and then this guy right here is Too Clair Light. So again, there's a little bit of a different tone, I feel, and I don't know if that's because I think the pink pearls in this one might be a little bit more firm. So maybe they're just retaining a little bit more pink to it, but I do notice more sparkle in the newer ones, but it's not like noticeably visible on the skin. It just looks really pretty in my opinion. And another thing about these ones is the fragrance of them has changed. The original meteorites have always smelled like violet. These ones I can still get a hint of violet, but it's a different scent. And it doesn't linger on the skin or anything like that. And I don't mind it. It's still a pretty scent, but there's something about the violet association with the meteorites that just resonates with me really well. So I'm a little taken aback that they've changed that scent. So maybe again, that's part of, this is maybe a limited edition and not like a permanent thing, because don't take away the violet in the pearls. It's like iconic for the Guerlain meteorites, okay? So anyway, I'll try to do a little bit of a swatch here. Grab some off the lid. This is what the pearls look inside. So you can see that's, I mean, it's got quite a bit of yellow in it. Granted, I don't think it translates on the skin that much. There you can kind of see that little bit of luminosity that is in this. So that there is, again, the meteorites in 02 Cool Rosé. Right there. Time will tell if these are the new permanent or if these are limited edition. I also bought one of the newly reformulated and launched Estee Lauder Pure Color lipsticks. I got 840 Showstopper. It looked to be like this beautiful peachy nude, which the color of it is a beautiful peachy nude. It is the lipstick that I've got on my lips today. There's 0.12 ounces of product, or 3.5 grams, and this guy here is made in Canada. I should tell you real quick where the pearls are made in France, and both of the House of Seage fragrances are made in the USA. So back to this lipstick. It is what's on my lips today. I've got it on with Charlotte Tilbury's Lip Cheat in Icon Baby. The color, again, it's really, really pretty. So the formulation of this feels quite silicone-y, and it's got a decent slip to it. But the problem is it's such a light color. It needs, I feel like, more viscosity, or it needs a little more thicker of a formula for it to be that light. So it doesn't wear, it doesn't wear that pretty throughout the day. So I had this on before I grabbed something to eat before I started filming this video, and it was just a patchy mess. And then it does like to gather on the inner, you can see right there, because I just fixed it and kind of reapplied it before I hit the record button. So just the talking I've done so far, you can see it's kind of gathering right there. I love the color. It's a really, really, really pretty nude color. But again, the wear on the lipstick isn't that seamless. It feels a little bit more high maintenance. And I can deal with that, but something that I cannot deal with is this leaves a very strong, like chemically, possibly perfume taste in my mouth. And it starts like pretty fast. Like within a half hour, my whole mouth has this taste to it. And it could be from the fragrance that's in there, which from the smell of it, it's like a sweet, but more along the vein of a chemically perfume type of a scent. It's not super strong or anything like that, but I want to blame the fragrance for the taste in my mouth. And I'm just upset about that because, again, I do like the color. I can deal with kind of the higher maintenance of the formula. But I can't deal with the taste. It's hard for me to deal with the taste because it's like a chemical coating in my mouth. So that I'm not crazy about. Let's just kind of show you the packaging here. This is what it looks like. And then we'll swatch it on the back of my hand. See, isn't that a beautiful color? Should we swatch it next to Charlotte Tilbury's Kim KW for reference? I feel like these might be kind of close-ish in tone, which this is... I've gone through several tubes of this lipstick, so this has got more viscosity. It's a thicker formula, and it does wear, for me at least, prettier throughout the day. And it's just a dash darker. Similar, very, very similar peachy nude tones. The Estee Lauder is just a bit lighter than the Kim KW. So, again, I deal with that. I love the color, but I'm having a hard time with that taste. So, anyway, that's the Estee Lauder Pure Color Lipstick Cream in 840 Showstopper right there. I'm glad I only got one shade. Another product that I purchased that I was really excited about is a new one from the brand Yensa. They came out with the Super Bright Serum Silk Under Eye Corrector. Like serum silk. That just sounds wonderful, right? 0.18 ounces of product, or 5 grams. And this guy here is made in Korea. So I have wanted to try a product from Yensa for quite some time. I've seen Lauren May Beauty talk about, I believe it's the BB cream with the SPF, for a while. And I remember I had placed an order for a concealer and that cream. It was like around Black Friday or something. I was really excited because I got a good sale on it. And I was waiting, and like a week later, they just canceled my order. And I was like, huh. So that never really happened. I actually bought this off of the Nordstrom website. So this is a corrector, under eye corrector, which in the pink tone I love to use just as a concealer because I've got a really pink undertone. It says the power of 8: black tea, black sesame oil, shiitake mushroom, black seaweed, chia seed, black raspberry, nettle, black rice, superfood glow. Yes, superfoods, Asian botanicals, real results, multitasking, high performance. No, parabens, sulfates, mineral oil, phthalates, and triclosan. So that's what the packaging says. It comes in a really pretty frosted glass jar, and this is the product that I've got underneath my eyes as a concealer today. I got the fair shade, which is the lightest out of, I believe, 4 shades. Love the color. It's a really, really good color. So when I went to first dip my finger in here, it felt quite stiff. I had to push kind of hard to get that product picked up. Granted, I'm using it like as a total concealer instead of just a little bit like dabbed in the dark areas because I like this color concealer underneath my eyes. It's quite thick. It also, because it was quite thick, it didn't like get much thinner once it warmed up like with your fingers or on your skin. So I had to work a little bit harder to blend it out, and that's just because I think it is a thicker like formula. It does feel really comfortable underneath the eyes. I can tell it's a moisturizing product, but I do think that it ends up looking a little bit thicker. So the thickness makes it a little bit harder to blend out, but it also looks a little bit heavier underneath the eyes. Granted, it doesn't look like cakey. It just looks heavier than a thinner concealer because this is a thicker formula and it's a little bit stiff. So I'm going to continue to play around with it and stuff like that because I love the like claims behind it and everything. I think what I'm going to try to do is do a little swipe on the inner corner and then go over it with like my favorite concealers, like something like the Givenchy, and see if that kind of doesn't loosen it up and help it blend out, but also give that corrective pink to it, which I have not done yet. I've worn this quite a few times so far, and just by itself, it just does sit. It just looks a little bit heavy underneath the eyes, even with those super thin, like undetectable under eye setting powders that I like. So you can see the color's beautiful. It's a beautiful color. So yeah, I'll play around with it some more. I don't like super dislike it. I love that it's hydrating and I love the pink tone and everything like that. It's just a thicker formula that you have to work harder to blend out and ends up looking a little bit heavier underneath the eyes. I also picked up another one of the new REM Beauty Hypernova Satin Matte Blush in Pinking of You is the shade that I got. So the first one that I purchased was Sun Pop. Love the color, love the formula, so I decided to try another shade. And again, this is the pink one, so there's 0.17 ounces or 5 grams of product in here, and these are made in Italy. So this is the box packaging. I'm going to swatch the shade, the Pinking of You shade, with the other shade that I have as well, just for references so you guys can see. But this is the pink blush that I've got on my cheeks, and it is such a stunning, cool baby pink color. Sometimes these baby pink blushes can kind of deepen once they get on the skin. This one does not, but it doesn't look like ashy white either. It's just a really, really pretty color, really pretty formula. This is what the packaging looks like, and it's magnetized. So I'll give you a swatch here. And these blushes are so easy to use. They're super finely milled. They just go on the skin very evenly. They buff out really nice. They just look really good too. I really like the formulation of them. And then here's the shade that I hauled a video or two ago in Sun Pop. I love this color. So there is the Pinking of You, and there is Sun Pop from the REM Beauty. The new blushes right there. I really like both of these shades. And again, I'm wearing Pinking of You on my cheeks today. I also bought this 4-pack of Kiss lashes. They're called the New Natural Effortless Minimal Look Clean and Defined Lifted Effect. And these are in the style High Bun. So it's a new style of kind of the wispy lash. I've been loving wearing these for like a daily lash. Today I'm wearing the more dramatic ones that I like to wear from Glamlight, the Code Orange. But I've cut down a pair that I've been wearing, and I've worn these at least 5 times, and they're still holding strong. They even have mascara on them and everything, but you can kind of see how much I take off to kind of get the strip to fit my eye a little better, because I do like a 2/3 lash, and I actually took the outside that I cut off of these and I wore those one day, and I just plopped them on the outer corner, and they look super cool. These are really pretty. They're long, they're wispy, they're dramatic without being dramatic, if that makes any sense. But I do have a bit of mascara on that pair that I cut. I just really like this for, again, an everyday wear. They're just really pretty lashes. So those are new from Kiss, and they're called High Bun. I also grabbed these 2 new palettes from Morphe. They came out with 3 new 9 pans, but they didn't have the 3rd one in store, but they had Rose to Fame and Gold Seeker, so I grabbed those 2. They just look like really one and done simple eyeshadow palettes, and I do get along with the majority of the Morphe eyeshadows. Sometimes their shimmers can be a bit stiff, but their mattes for the most part always work really well. So these here have got 10.1 grams or 0.35 ounces of product, and they are bulk formulated in Taiwan, pressed and assembled in China is what it says on the packaging. So here's the box right here. I'll swatch Rose to Fame first. So it's a cardboard with a magnetic closure and no mirror. And this is like a baked jelly shade that's in the center. And it's a really stunning, like kind of shimmery metallic. Very, very pretty. Some of these shimmers can be a little stiff and they are a little bit basic, but I think that's kind of what rounds out the palette as being easy to wear. I've worn both of these palettes and I got along with them really well. I actually really love doing a look with both of these palettes and then taking one of these Flower Nose glitters and putting it over the top of kind of the lid shade, and it just like popped on the eyes. So that's kind of how I've worn each one of these, and I liked them a lot both ways. So if you don't really like that super, you know, metallic shine, these are some really pretty kind of basic shimmers that are in here. And the mattes are pigmented and they blend out really well. And then this last shade. I do want to get the other palette. It's a really like smoky cool tone one. So this one right here again is, what did I say, Rose Seeker? No, Rose to Fame. Right there. Other one is Gold Seeker. So I just mixed the two names together. So this one here is a really pretty warm color story. Love the look I did of this as well. Same thing, it's got that baked jelly style in the center there. Their mattes are just really, really good. Super, super smooth. Nice pigmentation to them. And then these guys. And then this last shade. So again, this one is Gold Seeker right there. And next to the other one. And here is your packaging again. And that's everything that I got in that I purchased this week. How are you guys doing so far on the Sephora VIB sale? Has there been some damage? I did some damage. At I think 12 o'clock at night it went live and I did some damage. Can't wait for that stuff to get here. I did get in a PR package from ESUM. They reached out to me because they watched the video where I hauled their new Harmony pigment palette, which is a beautiful all matte like rosy toned palette. Here, let me pop it out and show it to you guys real quick. This guy right here. And I had mentioned wanting the neutral one as well. And so they reached out to me and asked me if I would like them to send it to me. And I was like, absolutely, because I really, really love the formula of their matte eyeshadow. So it's a clean eyeshadow formula as well, which is really nice. So this one here is the Artistry palette number 1, Balance. 15 shades, 1 gram each, or 0.03 ounces. And these guys here are made in Italy. So this is the box packaging right here. They have a really cool makeup artist friendly style packaging, but it's also really sleek, compact, and travel friendly. So they're magnetized inside of the palette as well, which is great, especially when you have multiples, because they have some shimmer palettes as well. So if you wanted to kind of put shimmers in with the mattes or like make a custom color story, it's super easy to do that. I believe makeup artists like to keep their mattes in palettes separate from their shimmers so that a shimmer doesn't accidentally get in a matte shadow if they're doing like TV work. I've seen that somewhere, I don't remember where. But anyway, this one here is the number 1 palette. I've actually got this palette on from the crease upwards, and then I used the Cyborg Choir from Adept Cosmetics, 2 of their really pretty like metallic shimmer multi-chromes in there on the lid. So I've really been enjoying pairing this palette with some interesting, intricate, like sparkly shadows. So I've actually done that for the past like 30 days in a row. This formula is just really, really nice. It's very easy to use. It's pigmented. They blend out very, very effortlessly. It just looks really seamless and cohesive. So let me show you the packaging again. this is what the packaging looks like. The names are on the back of the shades. So you push the side open and then it slides out, and then you could take the lid and slide it back in there if you would like, or you could also pull the little slider all the way out and then you can remove the shadows. So you can see right there, it's super easy to pop them out. I love the names on the back as well. So these are refillable. So right away, as I started using this, I was reaching for a mixture of these two shades right off the bat. So I was like, gosh, I have potential to hit pan in those. So if I do, I'm not like super worried about it because I can just replace the shade. So let me go ahead and give you guys some swatches of these. Very, very nice matte shadows, and they're a clean eyeshadow formula. I've got a mixture of these two underneath the brow, a bit of the black in the crease with this one, and that one. So that's the combo I've got on. I'm yet to pull out the shimmer palettes and like create a custom like little 15 pan. I think that's going to be really fun. You could also put these in just an open magnetic palette as well. And then these last three shades. So that guy right there is the ESUM #1 Artistry palette. And a huge thank you to them for sending this guy over. And that's everything that I have for my haul today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye.